Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1. This just in, episode 8 of the Rachel and Travis show is live. Do you like that intro?
It was alright. I wasn't expecting it.
No.
3,
I
2, 1. Hello!
And we'll have like a weird like little siren noise that'd be like.
What we still actually really need is like some sort of like theme song that plays.
Yeah, like what?
Like it should go like, hello, welcome to episode 8 of the Rachel and Travis show, and then like it should be like a little 10-second song, and then we start talking.
I don't know what song we would choose.
Well, me neither. I'm just saying that we should look for one at some point because that sounds better.
It does sound better? Yeah.
It should have something.
Yeah. I don't know what we would have though.
Yeah, I know, me neither. But we don't have to decide right this
second.
Okay. I'm just saying we should choose
one. If you guys, think about a song that you think we would like for us to have as like an intro.
Not like a...
Are you thinking that because you feel like you're my favorite murder when it's
I'm
like...
thinking that because every podcast has
an
intro song.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
I can make one right now. Ding, 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 see... No.
No.
Well, would you want to have
not like a song, like a pop? It's just like a tune,
like EDM style.
No.
Oh.
We're not at a club. It's like a tune, like a
Jurassic Park kind of intro.
Oh my god, no.
Well, we're back, episode 8. The week 3 days before Christmas, 3 days before Santa arrives. I'm excited. He knows everything that I want. I told him to go back in time and dig up dinosaur bones, and I think he's going to do it. Hello. Did Santa tell you what he's getting me?
Santa doesn't tell me anything.
No. All right. Well, do you want to start with your first topic? Who started last time?
I don't know.
We never keep track of these things. Little fluff ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 days before Christmas. Today's the 22nd. 3 days, and then we can watch Home Alone 24/7. No.
No.
I'm gonna start that on my first topic. Why don't you like Home Alone the movie?
I don't know. Probably because I never saw it as a kid, so seeing it as an adult, it doesn't have any appeal to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's better seeing it as an adult. Same with Uncle Buck.
But only because you liked it as a kid.
I guess.
It's nostalgic for you.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I'm just like, oh yeah, it was a movie. I'm just not it didn't wow me.
Are you sure it wasn't scary to you when you were younger?
I never saw it as a kid.
Because you were scared of watching it?
No, I just never saw it. We just never watched it. It wasn't one of the Christmas movies we watched.
Really?
Our parents the only Christmas movies we had were ones my parents had taped off of TV.
Yeah.
We just didn't have that one.
I wonder how much royalties Macaulay Culkin gets every year from watching it.
Probably a lot.
Because
it's shown on TV.
It's shown on TV. It's shown in everything.
It's probably shown in movie theaters.
It is shown in. Yeah, it is. So I always wonder how much he gets because people always say things like, "Oh, he's all washed up and stuff." He's better now.
He's back in. He's reemerged.
Yeah, he's back now. I honestly,
he wasn't washed up. He just had some severe
things.
Drug and alcohol problems. I think for a long time.
Yeah.
Child stars go through a rough time. I think.
I know. Well, there was I was watching interviews with him before, and they were saying some of his earlier films that he did, he got paid barely anything to be on them. It was pretty much almost nothing because this is when basically they would have child actors on TV and they would pay oh, how does $10,000 sound? And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. That's amazing. I'll totally do that. And then they would do it and then they would realize, okay, this film just made $14 million, which was a lot back then. You know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy what would happen. And then they don't get any royalties because they never signed with any agents and stuff because it was just their parents signing them. And I remember watching a documentary when he was on this I forget the host that was back then in I want to say it was the late 80s or whatever, and that's what they were saying.
It was the 90s.
No,
I think.
No, he had movies before Home Alone and stuff.
Oh.
So it was his little no-name movies and stuff, but still, it's crazy. So, anyways, what is your favorite Christmas movie then? If it's not going to be Home Alone.
Well, it definitely isn't going to be Home Alone.
Mine is Home Alone / Grinch because of the song.
Which Grinch?
The one with Jim Carrey. It was Jim Carrey's last good movie that he ever made. It was.
No.
Yeah, of course.
I doubt it.
After that, he didn't really make any good movies, unfortunately.
My favorite Christmas movie is probably Muppets Christmas Carol.
Really? You never watched that every Christmas? I haven't seen you watch that.
I don't really watch Christmas movies anymore.
Really?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I would say Home Alone.
We used to watch it all the time, though.
Yeah. I haven't watched that. I don't even know if I've ever seen that movie.
It's really good.
Is it? Yeah. We should watch it. But yeah, Home Alone's really good. Home Alone 2 is good. After that, it's done. I would actually watch Macaulay Culkin in another Home Alone. If that sounds weird.
It's too, like, gimmicky, I think.
I think it'd be... No,
He did that commercial.
The commercial was funny. It was like a reenactment.
Yeah, but you don't need more than that.
No. I think if they did it, like, it would be like an adult version kind of thing would be kind of cool. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
I feel like people would be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait. And then they go and they would just be like, it was terrible. Like, they'd complain. You know, people always do for remakes, like, it wouldn't live up and they'd be mad.
We were saying this the other day that there's too many remakes nowadays. The only good remake that I've seen so far has been Jumanji.
It was really... Actually, the second one just came out.
Rachel just woke up. Good morning, Rachel. You've been yawning like 4 times in a row. Like,
yeah, I did not sleep.
Gotta get her some coffee. No. But yeah, Jumanji is really good. The second one just came out, eh?
That's what I just said.
Oh, sorry. I was like interrupting you mid-sentence.
Yeah, it just came out. The second one.
Yeah. No, the first one is really, really good. I'm glad you made me watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that. The only thing that I'm worried about the second one is like now it's different people in the game. Do you know what I mean? So the Rock is no longer played by the other guy. He's played by like an older guy inside the movie now. Like the uncle. Yeah.
What uncle?
So there's like the main actor, like the main kid who like starts up Jumanji. His like uncle or something and his uncle's friend accidentally get put in the game. And one of them is Jacqueline.
Well, The Rock's still in it. You just mean it's not his voice.
Just not his voice, yeah.
Yeah. Was it last time?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
It wasn't last time. It was the kids. It was the 4 kids that went into the game. It was just The Rock's body.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, it was good last time. I liked it. Moral of the story: watch Jumanji. Good remake.
Pretty sure.
Only good remake so far that I've seen.
Actually, I don't know. I'm confused.
I mean, the ones from Disney are not that bad. Like we were just recently watched Lady and the Tramp, and Lady and the Tramp was good.
Why are you pointing at a microphone?
Yeah, because I didn't think you're.
I'm listening to you talk. Travis has this thing where he thinks that I don't talk, like I need to talk with my face like directly at the microphone. Well, but if I'm listening to you, I'm not going to stare at the microphone.
Sometimes you're like, "It's good Jumanji," and I'm like, and then I do this thing where I levitate my hand. I'm like, dit. She's like, on the inside, she's like, "I'm gonna blow up." We just gotta, just getting your podcast face on.
I am.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, what do you think that you liked?
What?
Did you think that you liked Lady and the Tramp?
I do think that I liked Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
It was good. It was very cute, and it was almost exactly like the original movie.
When you told me that it was like the one dog was rescued or something, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they found them they found the tramp dog at a shelter.
Yeah.
I think it was like a kill shelter or something too. Like they rescued him, and yeah, very cute.
Yeah, I think it's cool that it was like it wasn't like, oh, there's a lot of known people inside the movie or anything like that.
I don't think there was anyone who I knew.
Yeah, what Kim Jong or whatever.
Oh yeah,
he was there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even know if I knew who played the voices.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It was cute though. I liked it.
Your turn. Next. We need one of those buttons.
This is such a seamless transition between topics. So last night we played White Elephant with my family. We had like a Christmas party here last night. And I was going to say, are you happy with what you ended up with as your gift?
Well, so let's talk about the gifts first. So the first gift that was opened was a giant bag of chocolate and stuff.
Like cookies and all kinds of different things.
And so yeah, giant bag of cookies and stuff. And then the second one was Pictionary Air, which is like basically you have like Pictionary in the air. I think I don't know exactly. No,
I just love it. Your description.
Yeah, what?
Pictionary air. It's Pictionary in the air.
I don't know how else to describe it. We never opened it.
I think it's like you use your phones and it like is cast to the TV. Like you draw with your hand.
Yeah.
And then like the picture shows up like on the television or something, right?
And then Rachel picked out one that was like Handemonium and Jenga. So Handemonium is like these little tiny hands. You gotta do like charades with them and stuff. You okay over there?
I'm very tired. I did not sleep last night.
Let's talk about exciting topics.
That's not gonna make me
coffee,
tired.
Red Bull. What is your thoughts on Red Bull? You like Red Bull?
No.
Okay.
And my dad picked out the fondue set.
Yeah, so then there was a fondue set. And then there was a glass bowl set.
It was like Tupperwares and stuff,
Yeah,
I think.
and then there was a shirt that was like a put your beer inside of it Christmas sweater, which was pretty
it was
cool.
like an ugly Christmas sweater.
And what was funny is nobody was able to tell each other what they got. Rachel got a Yeti mug, okay, and I also got a Yeti mug for like.
We picked out a mug as like the gift we were giving.
Yeah, so I was like, what the heck? That's so crazy that we both picked up the same gift. And what everyone was saying, they're like, oh, I want. So Rachel's got picked first, so people were like, oh, I want that Yeti. Like glass right now, and then I was like, well, but like my gift was really small. Everybody else's gift was like massive, and my gift was really, really tiny. And I was like, so everybody left mine for last because they were like, oh, it's just some small little thing. But everyone's like, oh, I want a Yeti mug. I really want one. Like I've wanted one for so long. And I'm like, bee. So then finally, like I was the last person to choose, so I could just choose what I wanted. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take my own present because like everybody else basically took their own that they got. Like Rachel's sister was like, oh, I want my fondue set. Like, I want that back. Like, I'll take that. So I was like, fine, I'll take the Yeti mug. And then Rachel's dad's like, oh, I kind of wanted one of those. And so I was like, whatever. Like, we already have Yeti stuff anyway, so I don't need more.
No.
And Rachel just got one for Christmas as well, too, from her work. So I was like, you know what? Here, like, you can have this one. I'm probably going to buy one for myself anyways because they're really cool. And so I was like, here, I'm like, I'll trade you. Or here, I'll give you that, and you give me your Yeti, because he had like a smaller Yeti, and I was like, that's fine. So the one that Rachel got, and I got that, and then Rachel's sister was like, but I wanted a Yeti too, and I was like, here, I'll just trade you. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't.
Well, the thing is that the one that you, because we got different styles. There's all different styles.
I
The
got
one
like a giant mug.
Yeah, Travis got like it looks like a coffee cup shape almost.
Yeah.
But slightly bigger, and then mine was like more of like a wine one.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. But it's like a little bit smaller. And there's no handle on it, and there's a lid. And so my sister wanted the little wine one, and I was like, Travis, we have that exact cup. Like, that is the cup that I just got at work.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we don't need two of them. I'm like, trade her for all the snacks that they just got.
Yeah. But, like, I didn't really want this. I'm probably not going to eat them.
Well, I mean, we always have people over.
Right.
Like, if we have people over for New Year's Eve, we can just put all the snacks out and hopefully
here's
people will just
500
eat them.
chocolate bars. Enjoy them. Like, the one thing that was in there was, like, a giant, massive Hershey's chocolate bar.
That wasn't... Oh, in that... Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, like, I'm not going to eat it. Honestly, the Frito twists were probably, like, the thing for me. I was like, sure. Like, so it didn't really matter to me. Like, I mean, it's just a Yeti mug. Like, I wanted to get it for other people,
The
right?
thing is we already have 4 Yeti mugs.
We don't need more.
We don't need more.
But then we're going to say that now, then, like, in the future, we're like, we really should have kept that Yeti mug. Yeah. But I'm glad your dad liked it, because, like...
They really liked it, and I'm happier knowing that they like...
Me too.
Than me having another mug.
Yeah. So what was your original question?
It was, are you happy with the gift you ended
up
with?
I mean, whatever. You know, the Frito twists are basically the big thing for me.
Mm-hmm. I ended up with the Handemonium game and the Jenga, and I'm very happy with it.
Those were really cool.
It was a lot of fun. We played it last night, and they were really fun, those games.
I was curious about, do you feel like New Year's, we kind of brushed on this topic like last time, but we never really like did anything about it. We kind of just like briefly.
What? Are you writing down how many times I yawn?
I'm writing down how many times you yawn.
I can't help it.
Every time
you
yawn,
tired.
That's how many dinosaur bones you have to buy me next year.
No.
So far you're at 6.
No.
I'll take 6 dino bones next year. I want an entire dinosaur.
Yeah.
I want people to come in and be like, I want the museum to come in and be like, listen, you've been hogging all the raptor claws. We need at least 2 of them.
Okay, here, listen. We didn't go to sleep until like midnight, and then I woke up at like 5.
Yeah.
Because my sister and her husband and my nephew slept over, and we slept downstairs, and I just couldn't sleep very well. So I had like a restless sleep too, because Saber was hogging my side of the couch like crazy. Well, and then I was up for like a couple of hours, and then I went back to sleep for a few hours. So I'm just like I'm just tired. I'm not bored. I'm just tired.
They were like, the plan was for Rachel's sister and her husband to sleep on the couch, and then
downstairs,
but then their baby was upstairs, and I was like, well, why don't they just sleep in our bed, because that way they're closer to the baby, that way we can actually watch TV, not super quiet. And I'm like, oh, you guys should sleep on the couch. And then Rachel was just like, Like on the inside, she was just brewing, and I was like, "It's okay." And then we go to sleep, but Rachel took like the gigantic side of the bed, and I got this.
The couch. You mean?
I got the couch, and I got like this 4-foot couch thing. So my knees were like crunched into my stomach.
So I fall asleep, and then Travis is like, he does this thing, and it's so annoying. Where if he can't sleep, he's like huffs and puffs. Like he doesn't just like quiet in that sleep. He's just like. He like rolls back and forth. He was doing that, and I was like, oh my god. So he woke me up after I'd fallen asleep, and then made me switch spots with him.
And I was fine. I was like, finally,
and then I was like, all right, well,
my kneecaps aren't broken.
Be...
But it made sense though, right?
No, it was stupid.
And then I fell asleep, but don't ever sleep on a couch. It's not a good idea.
I kept telling him, he's like, before we even went to bed, he's like, my back hurts, and I was like, sleep on the couch. It is not going to help you at all. It's going to make it so much worse.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yep. But I'm good. I slept okay. We went back upstairs and slept anyway, so it all worked out.
I don't remember what your question was.
My question was, do you think that New Year's is getting more dull as the years go on?
No.
Do you feel like when you were 19, you're like, New Year's, baby, we're gonna do a bunch of drugs, and then now you're like, let's do homework.
No, I never really did big things on New Year's.
Yeah.
I don't know. New Year's was never like a big celebration for me because I feel like New Year's is such a holiday that surrounds so much around like drinking.
Yeah.
And like partying, and I never was really like, even when I was younger, we would have a house party or something.
Yeah.
But not like a house party. It was like my friends and I would just like hang out and watch a movie or something. It was never like a big thing. So
I'm trying to think of like any crazy New Year's parties that I ever had. I can't really think of any. Mm-hmm. But like the past few years are more so like, hey guys, you want to come over and like play board games? And the people are like, yeah, I'll get back to you. You know, we'll see how things go. And
I don't know. I think it just depends on. Yeah.
Like there's not like any, like we've always had this dream about like going out and like dressing up to like these like places that have like really fancy dinners and stuff, and I think that'd be kind of cool.
There's nothing stopping us from doing that. It's just that we never plan ahead.
Yeah, I know.
Because you have to book those things like a month in advance, and then it's like a week out from New Year's, and we're like, oh yeah, New Year's is next week. So
yeah, that's the thing is that we're always like wait till like 2 or 3 weeks before New Year's is over. Is Saber on your lap?
Before New Year's is over.
Is Saber on your lap?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, before New Year's is happening.
Oh gosh, Saber, she's so fat.
Little Saber dog.
She's making my feet fall asleep. That's why I had to.
Saber's like, I didn't get my 24 hours of sleep, so.
Yeah, there was 2 dogs here yesterday, and she was like, I'm stressed.
Yeah. So usually we wait like 2 or 3 weeks before New Year's to like plan this, and that's kind of like why it happens. But so you don't think it's getting more dull? You just think that's.
I think that New Year's, the holiday, is not dull for most people.
It would be nice if like Christmas wasn't so close to New Year's. Like they should, because like if Christmas was
hiccups.
If Christmas was like summertime, then like I said, remember my Christmas in summer? Remember I said that?
Let's not go back to this topic.
Not summer, sorry. And like when did I say it happened again?
I don't know.
I said Christmas. I said there should be Christmas like 2 times a year. Like when people, that way people get more like happy. But like the problem is you got Christmas, so you're like oh my god, we're gonna plan like everything around Christmas, and then like a week later you're celebrating New Year's, so it's like it's so much at once. You know what I mean?
It's a lot at once, especially in the States. I'm sure because you have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's all within like a month.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's a lot. So I couldn't even imagine like doing like more than just like 2. So that's why most of the time you plan everything for Christmas, and then shortly after you're like, oh my gosh, like do we really want?
I don't know. Like New Year's is like, I like the sentiment of it, like a fresh year, you know. But I don't really care so much about celebrating like the night of.
Yeah. Like
I'll stay up and I'll watch the ball drop, or I'll do whatever if we have people over, but I'm not like devastated if nothing happens.
I really wish we could have done that D&D or D&D stream before New Year's, but that's okay.
Didn't work out.
Nope.
People have plans.
Yep.
What?
Nothing. I'm always the type of person that like I'll be like, yeah, I can't believe we didn't do that, and then you always be like the rational person who's like, well, you know.
Yes.
Life's a bee.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Like I'll be like, gosh dang kid. Like I can see in the future I'll be like, goddamn kids stepping on my lawn and crushing my flowers, and you'll be like, well, boys will be boys. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get bothered usually by like Travis has, because Travis, we've talked about this before on a podcast, you have such FOMO.
Yeah.
Like you think if people
FOMO is.
You know what it is? Oh, fear of missing out.
Just for the people that don't know what it is.
You feel like if people are having fun without you, that it's like an outrage.
Yeah.
So like in an event like this, like if nothing happens on New Year's, but you know that other people are doing fun things on New Year's, even if you don't know those people or are not invited by those people, you will be upset about it.
It's true.
Or like we have a few friends like from our D&D group that already have another party on New Year's, which is why we can't do like the D&D stream, or they might not be coming over, whatever the situation is. And you'll be kind of like grumpy about that. Whereas I'm just like,
I think it's not.
I don't care. Whatever. People have plans.
I think it's the fact that it's the fact that sometimes people always assume that I'm gonna ask them to do something, and they don't ask me. And then when I finally ask them, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I already made plans because you never asked me." It's like, well, why don't you ask me?
Because different personalities.
I know.
Not everybody is a planner.
I know.
And likes to host and come up with things, and that's not like a intentional like dig at anyone. It's not like done harmfully. It's just that they don't think that way.
I know. And so then I'm like, oh, fine, like you're not gonna hang out, but then if you do want to hang out, then it's like we're the last resort kind of thing.
We're not the last resort. He thinks so, like like everything's a personal attack.
Yeah, no.
But it's not.
I've never really realized what FOMO was until you're like, oh yeah, Trav, you have it.
Yes.
And I was like, whoa. I do.
About everything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, even if you don't want to go.
I know. So there's so many times like that where I'm like, I don't even want to go, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll be there and you're like, why did I come? And I'm like, I don't know. You never wanted to go.
True story.
Yep. Oh, gosh. I was going to ask you, based off of, us sleeping on the couch last night, if you had any sort of, like, crazy dream.
I don't know.
Travis always has crazy dreams. And I had kind of a crazy dream this morning, but I don't remember mine very well.
I don't even... I don't think I remember my dream at all. Oh, kind of, I think. I don't know. Something like with crystals in it. I don't really remember.
With crystals?
The problem is I woke up and I woke up out of my sleep and I ran upstairs. Literally ran up the stairs. And because I was like, the bed's free. Like, I'm going to go sleep in the bed now. And then I'm like, and I was all anxious because I was like, why is my heart going fast? And Rachel's like, you just woke up and you literally ran up the stairs. Of course your heart's going to go fast. So I was like, So then I tried falling back to sleep. I did have a dream, but I don't remember what. Oh, yes, I do remember what it was. It was Minecraft IRL, and we were running from a bunch of zombies. And then at one point, I was flying through the sky, shooting the zombies, but I was running out of bullets, and I needed to reload.
You had a gun?
Yes. And then
is there guns in Minecraft?
I don't know. And then I was like trying to fly down, but then there was no ammo on the ground. And then that was all I remember of it. That's like the part of I remember of it, anyways. So.
I know in my dream I was trying to like escape from something or someone, and I had to like do it in the middle of the night when they were sleeping because I don't remember exactly what it was, but I had to and I had 2 kids with me, and I was like, come on kids, and like we ran outside and we had to like roll down this hill, and it was like wilderness, and we were basically like trekking through the wilderness, and then there was people like chasing after us. That's all I remember. It was scary though. I remember waking up and being like,
that sounds like a scary dream.
It was scary. I don't remember anything other than that.
I actually had a dream. I was saying the other day that, oh my god, I completely blanked what the heck I was gonna say. Oh my god, what the heck was it? It was one of the like half sleeping dream where like you think that whatever you're dreaming of is like happening, and like I had a dream that somebody was like standing in our hallway. Oh,
I think that happened to me this morning. That's why I couldn't really sleep very well in the morning, because I woke up and it was so dark downstairs.
Yeah.
Way too dark. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And I thought I heard what sounded like creaky noises, like someone walking around, but not upstairs, like downstairs. But I think I was just like half awake still.
Yeah, I hate those.
And I was like, I can't see anything because it's pitch black, but maybe my eyes were just closed.
Those are like my worst dreams because like every time I'm just like, oh my god.
And then eventually I grabbed my phone and I like kind of just like turned the screen on, not the light, and I kind of like.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything, so I was like, I think I'm just imagining this. Imagine I did, though. That's what also I was picturing. I was like, well, what if I turn my phone light on and then there's just someone standing there?
Rachel.
Yeah.
Don't freak me out like this.
But
I'm already scared of FOMO. I don't need to be scared of this.
Well, there's nothing.
So, what do you feel like? This is like a complete off the question.
Off the question.
I mean, off the grid or
Off the topic.
off the topic. What do you think? Do you think you could ever live off the grid?
Yeah, probably.
Because we watched I don't know how every topic becomes about Dr. Pol, but you always watch those shows where like, yeah, we're living off the grid, blah blah blah, with like animals, like because you see the things about the Amish people and stuff like that. I'm like, how do they like distance themselves from electricity and all that stuff? Like, I don't know how you could do that.
I mean, I could.
Really?
Probably. If I have books, if I have access to like books.
How would your family get in contact with you?
Well, would I have a vehicle?
No, I think living off the grid.
It just means that you're not living like.
I guess I'm thinking of Amish, like where they don't have vehicles.
So would I ever be Amish?
So okay, living off the grid there's two things. Living off the grid would be like you're just basically living off of like the land. You have like
you grow your own food.
Yeah, you could have solar power and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right.
But you still have a car. You can still.
But is it like you don't have a job and stuff? I think it is, right?
Not necessarily.
Then what the heck is that about?
I mean,
I think you don't have electricity plugged into your house. That's what it is.
Right, but
that's
like
the definition.
Your job could be like not an office job. Like you could be like, I made these things with my hands, and I'm going to go and sell them. You know. I
think it'd be really hard, like to actually.
I'm sure it would.
Not have techno. Well, I mean, you would still have tech. So okay, I guess the first question is living off the grid with technology. Basically, living off the grid means like you're not plugged into the electricity grid that's outside. So you would have no electricity other than what's coming in like normally. So you would have probably solar lights that are outside of your house. That would power, maybe some LED bulbs inside of your home and stuff like that. But most of it would be done by like a campfire or something or not a campfire, but like a fire stove in your house.
Right.
Think you could do that?
Probably.
Really?
I don't think crazy. That like the majority of technology that I use is through work or like on my cell phone on Instagram. And like as much as I enjoy that, like I wouldn't die without it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It's not like the end of the world if I didn't have it.
If I was born into it, it would be different than not being born into it. Because like if nowadays if somebody's like, by the way, you can't have electricity or like any electronics, I'd be like, whoa, Yeah. I don't know how I would function. I think you could say it, but then when the actual time came, you'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it would be easy, but I don't think I would be like miserable.
No, yeah, I think you could do it because you kind of like solitude and like reading books and stuff like that. That's what I mean.
As long as I had like my family.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like my extended family. Like I had like my children and my husband and books and my dog. Like I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, we're good to go.
I'm fine.
Yeah. And now what about being Amish and like not having any electricity at all?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I give props to them because like they are like
and they have like no car. Like
no car.
What I always think about in that situation is like emergencies.
I know.
Like what if you're like chopping wood and you chop your hand off?
I think that's why they live in their communities, right? Because you have a doctor in that community.
But are they a surgeon that can like save your life?
I don't know how that works. Like I always wonder like if something happens, say their house burns down or catches fire. Like that one episode, there was an episode where the barn caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody?
Well, it wasn't an Amish farm,
but did somebody come there and like? Would somebody come there and like take the fire out, or would they just be like, it's burning?
And I don't know how it works, because you would have to go all the way into town to use the phone,
right?
To call.
And would they be like, I don't know how to use a phone? Like I don't know if it's one of those things where
I think there's different like degrees. Like I think there's some.
Like remember those reality TV shows that you watch, which was like living on the Amish or whatever, living with the Amish.
I've watched?
Yeah, you told me about them. And then you said that like for like a week they can go out to public or something?
No, just in general, there's in the Amish community, there is this thing when you turn, I can't remember if it's 16 or 18. You have your Rumspringa, which means that you can for a year go out and live like an English person, like live like a normal member of society kind of thing, to see if you want to stay Amish or if you want to become like a member of the regular society. Yeah. And then you're shunned after? If you choose to like join society, you're shunned, so you can't go back. That's really harsh because like if your entire life is revolving around non-electricity and somebody shows you electricity for the first time, I'm sure it's not just that, but it's like food and like activities and experiences and new people. I think it would give you anxiety like just seeing that for the first time, so it's kind of not only that, but like you're not necessarily equipped to handle it. No. Like you don't know how everything works and how to like moderate yourself.
So I don't know if like, so the thing, my question is like, if in schools, are they like, oh, hey, we know that there's electricity out there and stuff, but we choose not to use it? Or are they like, oh, that's, we
no,
don't
they're
talk.
not. They're not like.
Okay, they don't like not talk about it?
No, I'm sure that you were taught what is out there to a certain extent.
Because you got to figure that like at some point they're going to see a car driving by.
And the thing is that most Amish communities nowadays, their livelihood depends on
Other people
coming and buying stuff from them.
Yeah.
So they have to know it exists because they go to like flea markets or they sell like furniture or milk or whatever it is that they make.
I would like to know about. We
should go to that Amish thing.
Yeah.
Shipshawana.
Yeah.
We should go because I think you'd really like it. You love flea markets.
Yeah.
But like just in general, I think it would be cool.
Just to see it. Are you talking about the one for Dr. Pol?
No. So I went there. It's in Michigan somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but there's a large Amish community and they have a flea market in the summer, I want to say. And it's huge. It's really, really big. And they all bring stuff that they've like made
and stuff, yeah.
So like jams or furniture, like anything.
Okay.
And food. It's really cool. We went once with my dad when we were younger.
Huh. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool. I just want to know, like, I want to know if emergencies like that happen, like, well, how do they handle it? Like, it's just curious to see how that is. Because, like, now I'm curious. Now I'm, like, really wondering. Like, I don't know. Like, do they use their horses to run into town and be like, there's a fire, Or do they have, like, those old school bells that you press that alert the fire department?
I very much doubt.
You don't think so?
No. How?
I don't know.
They live, like, out in the county. And they don't have electricity.
They could probably have an emergency phone if, like, in the community if things get out of hand. I would assume that they would probably have that.
I don't know.
And here's a question, though. If they are and they don't have insurance, what do they do?
Oh, health insurance?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, are they considered like, oh, we're just not going to handle you because you know what I mean? Questions for some research for next episode.
I have no idea.
Amish episode 20 or 19. I mean 9, sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice. We kind of talked about that. So I think in the new year we should start watching movies again.
Yes.
We've been watching a lot of
Dr. Pol.
I've been watching a lot of Dr. Pol, which is fine because I like watching Dr. Pol. But I think that we should start watching like a couple movies a week. It doesn't have to be every night.
I agree. I
miss one or two movies a week.
And plus, it's always fun to talk about them on podcasts.
So I want you to pick or start thinking of what do you want to start the new year with?
This is what we're going to do, is we're going to do our idea where we put 3 treats on the ground with 3 movies on the ground. And Saber will then run to one of those treats, and that is the movie that we watch. Because the problem is... Really? Treats? Because the problem is right now is that we go to choose the movies, and then we're like, oh, no, we don't want to watch that. We don't want to watch that. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. So I think that like it'd be better if Saber chose it for us. What movies do I want to watch right now? I don't know.
Not Jurassic Park. We've watched all of the Jurassic Parks officially. Can't watch any more Jurassic Parks.
What I'd like to do is choose random movies that are like so bad reviews that we have to watch them.
That's fine. I don't mind watching like the worst movies ever.
I'm gonna make you watch The Matrix.
I've seen The Matrix.
Yeah, but not with me.
But that's against the rules.
So we have to only watch movies that we.
That's what it's supposed to be.
But how do I know you're not lying? And you're like, I've already seen it.
Because you should ask me questions about it, and I can tell you the plot.
What happens in The Matrix?
The Matrix is like this guy who.
Nope. Way off. They're all robots. I'm just kidding. Go on.
I'm going to share a video of Travis last night doing charades of The Matrix.
Oh, yeah. That's what made me think about The Matrix.
It was.
Yeah. So you watch documentaries all the time. Do you feel like they're... So I was talking to somebody in my chat the other day. I feel like some documentaries are like too hard to get through. Like, do you not feel like they're a little bit too graphic with what they put in them? Like, I honestly, like, the other day when...
You have to be way more specific than this. Many different kinds of documentaries.
We're watching the documentary about the pizza bomber guy. And remember that one? The pizza bomber?
Yes.
Yeah. And, like, I remember I was telling somebody about this in the stream the other day, like not on the stream, but somewhere else, and I was saying like to him that like basically, I feel like by the end of the documentary, I felt like drained because I was like, this is so not negative, but like it like basically makes you wonder like how the hell like are people like that? You know what I mean? So I know you always listen to like My Favorite Murder and stuff, but like, don't you feel like I don't know? I always feel like after I watch a show like that, I have to watch
Something happy.
something like happy for like a year because I just can't watch those. Like some of them are good, but after like one or two, like Making a Murder and stuff like that, that movie got me really angry for like 6 months because I was like, this is ridiculous, and then nothing really came of it, and I was like, okay, like this is this guy's done for.
Except I don't know actually what's happened since, but
We haven't looked at it, but regardless, so it's just like I feel like documentaries are good, but when you like if we watch consistent documentaries all the time, it's like a drainer.
So what you're talking about, you're not talking about documentaries in general, you're talking about true crime.
True crime stuff, yeah. Stuff that's not like, oh, hey, this is like a happy documentary about like, Walt Disney or something like that,
They don't really drain me now.
No? I don't know how
But
they
like
don't.
My Favorite Murder is not, when I listen to that, it's not just like, and it's not just like death. It's like comedy too. So it keeps it like
light.
It's hard to say not lighthearted because they're not like laughing at murder. It's not like, they're like, ha ha ha, isn't this a funny topic,
Yeah.
But like they throw comedy in there so that it's not so like dark and depressing. Right. But no, I just kind of find it fascinating in the sense that like unsolved crimes, I'm just like, oh, I just don't understand how like I find it frustrating in a good way. I don't know how to explain it.
I know, that's what I mean. Like
it doesn't make me feel like, it makes me feel obviously like horrible that there's people like that out there and bad for those people that it happened to. But I'm just also like, I love when like crimes are solved and like people get what they deserve kind of thing.
I think it's different when you watch like a reenactment movie show like Mindhunter, for example, that brings you through the thing when that it's like actual it's actual actors doing it, because it's like easier to kind of like swallow than like watching a documentary that is like following like footage of like the real people like getting away with it kind of thing. But I don't know. For me, I think that like Netflix is good, but I feel like a lot of times it's just like documentary. You know what I mean? I feel like I want to see more.
I don't really know what you mean.
Well, every time I look at Netflix now, it's always documentaries, and a lot of them are to do with like murders and stuff like that.
It's because people find it fascinating.
I know. I don't mind it. Like I'm sure like it's good for the people that are watching it.
It's because we want to try and understand like what humans think.
Yeah.
Like not just regular humans, but people who have like mental illness and stuff that makes them do these crazy things.
I prefer having more like Netflix comedies and stuff like that.
Well, that everyone has different opinions.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just like,
and there is a ton of Netflix comedies out there.
I'm just saying that for me, when I watch these documentaries, I'm surprised that you don't get as drained as I do watching them. No, not as affected.
But I also have a very different personality than you.
True.
So we're extremely opposite people, I would say.
And that's what makes us get along so good. Hello?
Hey.
That's when you go, yep.
Hello?
Hello? We get along, right? Hello?
Right, hello?
Well, my last question.
That was your last question.
No, I also wrote down, is it dinosaur bones?
Oh my god.
Still 3 days away from Christmas. She can tell me right now.
This morning, Travis pointed to the tree, which has presents on it, underneath it. I would say 4 of them are not for him. There's like 1 for my stepmom, a couple for my nephew, blah, blah, blah. But 3 of them are his. And he goes, what did you say? You said, we should open one right now, just so people know.
No, actually, what happened was when I woke up, I said, Merry Christmas, Rachel. It's Christmas.
Yeah, he's like, it's Christmas morning. I was like, no.
And she was like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. Check your calendar. Come on, let's go. Merry Christmas. And she was like, stop. It's not Christmas.
I was like, so does that mean I don't have to go to work tomorrow? He's like, nope.
Yeah, I was like, nope. I would have always wanted to do that thing where you change all the clocks in the entire house, and then like you change their phone and then all that stuff.
And then I get fired?
No. and then like they think it's the next day.
Yeah, and then I get fired for missing work or something.
Well, it would be a Sunday, so you'd be like, oh, I gotta go to work. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
No. One day I'll do it, and it would be funny.
And then I served the divorce papers.
Yeah, I'm like,
Because I got up at 6 a.m. and drove to work for no reason.
I'm like, was it worth it?
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
I'm
and then I'm on a Netflix documentary. Well.
Anyway, he said, let's open just once, just so they'll know. And I'm like, so who will know? He's like,
Yeah.
What will they know? Oh.
Yeah, it's like I'll open it on the podcast.
I said no. You were supposed to wear your Santa costume.
Yeah, I just remembered that. God damn it! I was supposed to wear my son. Wait, I mean
Santa?
a Santa.
My Santa.
Wait, no, I can't wear. What do you mean? Me wear a Santa costume? You mean I was gonna have Santa come on the podcast?
Correct.
Damn it.
Well, you messed up.
It's fine. I'll have to talk to Santa and tell him he's late. Mm-hmm. Does he know what time it is?
You're not wearing a watch.
I know. I'm not wearing my watch. You got one more over there.
No.
Is it sneaking in?
That was my movie question.
We have to cross it off. Otherwise, it'll stay there forever. My last question is:
You can't even.
How big are these? How big are the raptor claws?
All right, that's it for today.
Oh, I did actually. I did message Trixie and Kwai. It was kind of like last minute, because obviously the tiers that they're in for the questions. Our phones are currently off. I'm gonna turn it on real quick just to see if they actually DM me any of the questions.
Let's talk about Saber.
But we'll talk about Saber for a bit.
She
Saber,
was a good girl yesterday. She didn't bark at anyone. There was like 10 people in the house.
and little kids grabbing her head.
2 dogs and a baby grabbing at her eyeball, and she was nice.
Yep, and I'm hungry.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we have so much turkey left in the fridge.
So much.
Rachel gets a free turkey every year from her work, and there was so much turkey left over.
It was 20-pound turkey. It was a big boy.
Yep, it was really good too. Well, unfortunately, we'll have to do double questions from them next week, because I kind of gave them like late notice.
I stopped yawning, Trev.
There you go. A little podcast wakes you up in the morning, right? Isn't that what they tell you?
That's what they say.
All right, guys, that's us signing off from this podcast number 8.
Oh my gosh.
Rachel,
That's the voice that like I hear floating through the stairs, and I'm like, ugh.
What? I don't sound like that on stream.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Oh.
It's Trevor.
I don't sound like that. I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm not like, hey guys, all fun and
That
games.
is what you sound like.
No, I don't say hey.
Someone confirm.
No, I don't.
Confirm.
No, we'll do the dub over. As I don't sound
We're
like
gonna
that.
compare.
I
I'm gonna
didn't
play
sound
it.
like that.
I'm gonna play the podcast, and then I'm gonna play like one of your streams.
Yeah. Hey guys, all fun and games here.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? That's
Yeah,
not how
that
I
is-
sound.
that
I
is
don't
how you
do that.
sound.
I'm telling you right now.
It's how you sound.
No, man.
Everyone back me up.
But there's one thing that I like always am like weirded out by like things is when somebody talks to them. Like I know some people are like, oh, I always talk to myself in third person, but like I can never do that. I can never be like, oh man, all fun and games really messed up. You know what I mean?
Who does that?
I've heard streamers do that before.
Oh no.
I know. Like it's kind of like
It's cringe.
it is. Yeah, it is cringy. Like there was this one streamer that I kept watching, and they were
Don't
like,
call out people by name.
I'm not, and they were
Okay.
just like talking about themselves like that. I'm like, I can't do it.
That's weird.
I know. I could never be like, all fun and games really has this upset tummy right now. Upset stummy.
You kiss one side, I'll kiss the other.
Mwah. All right, we're signing off now. I gotta get some treats. Gotta go get pizza probably. What else should I get, Trev? Some chicken fingers? Okay. Sounds good. Bye, everyone. Have a good podcast. I mean, bye.
Merry Christmas.
Guys, yeah, if we don't... Well, we won't actually do a podcast before Christmas. The next one will be 2 days before New Year's Eve. Whoa. So, yeah. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. And episode 9 is out next. But honestly, guys, thanks again for an amazing year. Next podcast, I'm going to have a bunch of New Year's topics.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good one, everyone. See you in the next one.
All right. Bye. Merry Christmas. Bye.